I think everything is working. We're gonna see. Um, Good morning and happy Monday. Kavi here. Hope whoever you are doing well and having a great day. It's a little bit of a rainy Monday here. I have finished my move. Kind of, sort of. The place I was gonna rent kind of fell through, which happens. But thankfully, my parents were willing to let me bunk in one of their rooms while I look for another place. I've got a couple of places lined up to go look at this afternoon. So, hoping to find a place by the end of the week, another place that's not absurdly expensive. Um, but yeah, super excited to be back and playing some Genshin, especially because there's a new event, the Almighty Arataki Great and Glorious Drumalong Festival. Anyone who knows me, aside from, that I have technical difficulties in my streams, um, rhythm and timing are not my best skills. So I'm super excited to try this out and see how it goes. Uh, all right. Let's see what we can do. So let's confirm. Accept invitation. Oh gosh, it's from Ito, of course. What's up, compadre? Have you missed me since we last met at the chasm? Always. I always miss Ito. I want to pull him so bad. You've been on my mind. Oh, well, thanks. If that's what you're wondering. In fact, you're the first person I thought of when I came up with this idea to celebrate Shinobu's successful graduation. That's right, she graduated. She went back to Liyue to get her graduation certificate. Show off the almighty awesomeness of the Arataki gang, I've decided to book a grand venue in Rito to organize a festival. We're calling it the Almighty Arataki Great and Glorious Drumalong Festival. Of course, he would give it such a ridiculously long name. Quaking with excitement already? Oh, yes, absolutely. I can guarantee that this festival will be as massive as the Iridori Festival. Really? That was a pretty good one. And more meaningful than a lantern rite. I missed the lantern rite, so that hurts my heart. I really wanted to see the lantern rite, but I just get to watch videos of it now. Once it's over, the gang's name will spread far and wide all across Inazuma, and that's why I thought of you. I'd love you to join in on the fun. We can go nuts, sing songs. Oh boy, singing songs. I'm not sure that's a good idea. Do some beetle fights, girls, some lavender melons. How about it? Excited? Oh, I bet you are, so hurry down to Rito. Shinobu, I don't think. Oh my goodness, is she just like writing everything that he says? I don't think we need that line about lavender melons. It just doesn't sound cool enough. Hey, I said we didn't need it. And we don't need this line either. Oh, come on. Oh, that's hilarious. All right, well, we're gonna go do this.
He still had to get someone else to write his invitations for him?
I mean,
This guy's beyond hope.
I feel like he's probably like,
Well, the Almighty Arataki Great and Glorious Drumalong Festival does sound pretty exciting.
Yep,
Do you think they'll have lots of tasty snacks?
probably.
Ooh, why don't we go to Rito and check it out?
We're in Rito, it's just right there. I see it with my eyes. Yeah, I figure that, he probably is maybe like Xingqiu, where, his handwriting is just awful and abysmal and no one can read it. And I bet it would be rife with spelling and grammatical errors. Ugh. I can see it. Like, I don't think he's the kind of guy who would worry about things like that. All right, let's see what we got here.
Huh? Inuts looked everywhere, but there doesn't seem to be a festival going on anywhere near here.
Yeah, I get the feeling he
Atmosphere is
probably
dense
didn't
and
do what he was supposed to do.
Should we go ask the Doshin? Maybe they'll know something.
Yeah, but I'm gonna talk to Alrani first. Why are you here? Are you Alrani? After you helped me gather the materials, I was preparing to write a thesis on visions and elemental powers. Outline was drawn up, the materials were found, and you were a special example of someone. Oh, I need to turn off autoplay. So I wrote up the first draft and sent it to the academia for my teacher to review, but the topic is shallow, the logic is unclear, the content is rambling and incomprehensible. Oh, ouch. My paper was summarily, ooh, I can't read, summarily rejected again. So it's a rewrite. Yeah, well, I've rewritten it twice already. What's another time? Oh. First time I wanted to go to Mondstadt to collect data and write a paper about life in Mondstadt and the Four Winds. But as soon as I passed the stone gate, I heard that the dragon of the East, Valen, who should be one of the four winds of Mondstadt, had suddenly... Oh, her timing was awful. So she arrived when things were bad. Oof. I specifically went to Mondstadt to consult with Mr. Said, but he didn't know the reason either and couldn't help me with my paper. Since I didn't have a core argument or any evidence, I had to change the topic. So then you went to Liyue. Oh my goodness, and was she there in time for Rex Lapis to be done? Oh no! If I wrote a paper on the relationship between the Geo Archon and Liyue Harbor, there should be enough material, and then Morax suddenly... Oh, no one wanted that kind of accident to happen. Well, at least that didn't happen while you were writing the paper. Oh, well, no one wanted it to happen. After failing twice, I had no other choice. If I couldn't put a good paper together, I wouldn't be able to show my face back at Academia again. So I wanted to go out to Liyue's countryside to investigate and find a paper topic, but you already know what happened next. Yeah. When I was captured by the treasure hoarders and pressed for whereabouts of the treasure, I still felt less stressed than when I'm writing. Oh no! After all, I had a clear idea of what those guys wanted from me, whereas I have no idea what my tutor wants from my paper even now. I mean, it sounds like writing a paper is super scary when that's the case. My tutor is actually very patient and knowledgeable. But when it comes to essay writing guidance, no matter what the tutor was like before, they all suddenly become super scary. So I still haven't been able to hand in my paper, and the deadline is getting closer and closer. My tutor must be losing patience. If I dare go back to the Academia and empty-handed, there's no doubt that he will banish me to sweep the library forever. Oof. As such, I came to Inazuma to find less popular topics, such as Inazuman people's living conditions while they were under the Vision Hunt Decree. Well, just don't get caught again. I won't. I mean, I don't have a vision, which might have actually been considered an advantage if the Vision Hunt Decree was still in force. I've worked out how to conduct the investigation, starting with recording the daily life of Inazumans on this island. If you're interested, traveler... Oh, good lord. Wait, what? Am I helping you now? I mean, can I come back to this, Alrani? Dang. I've made a mistake. I should have talked to her later. Hey, good morning, General Kinyu. I was gonna do the Arataki Festival. Then I foolishly talked to her. And now I'm stuck doing this. Alright. Oh, take a photo. Oh, that's easy. Is it just taking photos? I can take photos. Photo. I feel like they're not going to be happy about that, though. Aren't they going to be like, why are you taking a photo? Oh. What are you doing? Yeah? Yeah, sorry. Should have asked permission. A scholar from Sumeru. I'm doing research on Inazuma for an academic paper. Investigating us at a time like this? So suspicious. I don't care what your purpose is. You're disturbing me, so just leave. Oh, snap. Okay, can we actually, like, talk to the next person instead of just taking pictures? Alrani, please? Please? We're gonna get arrested. I just stopped being a wanted criminal here. I just stopped being wanted. I guess it wouldn't really be, Genshin Impact if I wasn't wanted by some government organization for crimes. Oh, yep, Vahid. What are you doing? He looks like he's from Sumeru too, though. A researcher from Academia, right? I didn't expect to see someone like you here. Oh, how did you... I just had to take one look at you to know you're a researcher. There's plenty of them back in Sumeru, after all. Did you come all the way here from Sumeru to Inazuma for this so-called sociological study? Yes, I'm just making some preparations. Are you also from Academia? No, I haven't the talent to be an academic. I'm just an ordinary businessman. I mean, that takes talent. Since you're writing a paper, you can record whatever you like here, if you want, but first, let me give you some advice. The Outlander Affairs Agency is wary of Outlanders like us, so remember to be a bit more restrained while doing your research. If you get into any trouble, it would be hard for an Outlander like you, who's only just come to Inazuma, to extricate themselves. I understand, thank you. Does she? Does she? I don't think she does. Oh, here we go. Alrighty, don't leave me. I really like the Sumeru outfits. Like, that's such a pretty dress. Alright. Oh, this one? We taking a picture? We're gonna get arrested. You need to ask people permission. before we do stuff like this. Oh, I like Paimon in that one, just kind of flying in front of the flag like, yo, I'm cool.
Please show some proof of identification.
What are you doing? Hello, I'm Alrani, a scholar from Sumeru. I'm doing academic research here. Has not learned her lesson at all. Research? I'm a fisherman. What's there to research? Do you have permission from the Outlander Affairs Agency to do suspicious things like that? I heard from Gonshiro that this kind of behavior should be reported to the agency first, right? Why do you need a permit for such mundane things? Is there such a thing? I've never heard of that one before. You're getting more and more suspicious by the minute. You'd better come and see Miss Kagayama with me. She's an inspector with the agency. She'll know how to handle your affairs. Wait, hold on. I'm really just an academic researcher. I'll go report to the agency later. Maybe you should have done that first. Oh, did Vahid come to help us? Mr. Obata, what's going on here? I could hear this row all the way from over there. Oh, it's Mr. Vahid. Well, these two have been loitering around, claiming to be doing some kind of academic research. When I asked, they don't seem to have permission from the Outlander Affairs Agency. I was going to take them to see Miss Kagayama. Oh, Ronnie, what are you running around for? Shouldn't you be helping at the store? See, told you not to run around. Huh? You've been writing that paper for so long already. What's the point of rushing it now? Can't you see you're disturbing Mr. Obata? Why? Mr. Vahid, she's a scholar whom I invited from the academia to work as a consultant for my shop. Because she's writing a paper about Inazuma, she's looking for inspiration around these parts. She just came from academia, so she doesn't understand the rules around here. I'm still going through the procedures with the Outlander Affairs Agency, but she can't help running around sometimes. I'm sorry for disturbing you, Mr. Obata. He's so nice. Look at him lying for us. I'm so sorry I disturbed you, Mr. Obata. Oh, it's fine. It was a misunderstanding on my part to begin with. I guess you really are a scholar. All right, Alrani, come over here. We need to have a talk. Oh, boy. Mr. Obata, please excuse us. He's gonna scold us.
Please show some proof of identification.
Back at his shop, probably? Oh, yeah, that looks
Wouldn't
like
gliding be
the
faster?
spot. Yeah. I'm so sorry, Vahid. Didn't I just tell you? Don't do anything suspicious. You still haven't gotten all your permits squared away. If the Outlander Affairs Agency got involved, there would be no way to resolve things peacefully. Fortunately, I was paying attention to what you were doing. Is the situation still so tense? Now, I'm not too sure from where I sit, but I'm pretty sure not having a license is a no-go. See the checkpoint in Rito? If you want to enter Inazuma, you need to get the permit. Yeah, I remember that. Does that mean I can't go to the other islands to collect data? Don't worry, I've asked around the Outlander Affairs Agency before. As it turns out, it might be easier to get a permit if you apply under me, since I'm a businessman here in Inazuma. Thank you, but why would you want to help me? He's kind. Well, I'm not going to turn down the praise, but really I too wish to ask a favor of you. But I'm not a good salesperson. Oh, it's not about that. Well, this is somewhat embarrassing, but although I'm in the fertilizer business, I don't know much about these fertilizers. When people ask me about the special characteristics of these fertilizers, I can only refer to the instructions that came with the packaging. I don't know enough to say anything more persuasive. If you're willing, I'd like you to help me think about how to market them. Okay, that's fair. Hey, good morning. Welcome. Hope you're having a fantastic Monday. Doing okay. Still in the process of moving, but aside from that, all is well. At least help me introduce them to in a more persuasive manner, such that I'll be able to attract more customers. In return, I promise that I'll get a permit for you from the Outlander Affairs Agency so that you can enter other places in Inazuma. What do you think? Seems reasonable. I did learn something similar to that in academia. Of course she did. I've just read some relevant books on the topic. It's all theory. Never put them into practice. After all, the academia was no place to practice marketing anyway. But if I study the applications of these fertilizers, perhaps I can come up with some selling points that can be used in marketing. That would be great. Yes, my background is definitely different. At least for the rest of this week. Maybe sooner. I might find another place sooner. Let me make you something to eat. Oh, that's so... You need me to get you fish, seagrass, and rice. I think I have those. I might not have rice. What do I not have? Have you found the ingredients? Ah, so I need fish too. Okay, well, you know what? I will come back to you guys, because now that quest isn't the one I need to worry about. I can go back to the Drumalong Festival, which is the one I wanted. Hey, my dude.
Oh, do you need a hand with anything?
Isn't there supposed to be a festival soon?
What? A festival? I haven't heard anything about a festival coming up.
Of course, Ito didn't do what he was supposed to do. It's Ito.
Could you be more specific? What festival are you talking about exactly?
It's the almighty Arataki.
Arataki?
The almighty Arataki Great and Glorious Drumalong?
It's the almighty Arataki Great and Glorious Drumalong Festival, organized by the Arataki Gang.
Ah, yes. The same Arataki gang who made a scene at the Iridori Festival?
That would be them, yeah?
So you're here for the unauthorized, unprofessional, and unofficial event, huh?
Oh, ouch! He's throwing all the shade.
What? No, it's not anything. It's the almighty Arataki Great and Glorious Drumalong Festival.
Paimon, he didn't do what he was supposed to do. That's why it's unofficial.
Yeah, I gotcha. No need to keep rehashing the name.
It's a good
I
name.
think I know what this is about. Let me bring you up to speed.
Okay.
So we saw the members of the Arataki gang here a few days ago, and they were busy at work leaving piles of hideous things all over the place.
Oh, hideous.
Their
That's
leader
probably
claimed to
true.
be hosting a grand event, big enough to rival the Iridori Festival. I think that must be the one you're talking about.
Correct.
I asked them a couple of questions, and it quickly became clear that they had no permit to host the event, no proof of venue hire, and, surprise, surprise, no record of having registered the event with the police station.
Oh no. Oh no. I mean, I'm not surprised at all. It's true, the one in Oni Ito. It's true.
If that isn't the definition of an unauthorized,
I'm.
unprofessional, and unofficial festival, I don't know what is.
I mean,
According to the rules, we had to force them to shut down the event.
but it's Ito. Don't we just all love him?
What? You shut it down? Let Paimon guess. Then you arrested them.
No, actually.
Oh, good.
Seeing that they had no prior
don't wanna break 'em out of
experience
jail. I
organizing
would,
events and they'd at least
but I don't
gone
want
to the
to.
trouble of preparing a safety plan, we just gave them a warning.
Oh,
Safety plan? Huh.
it is responsible for
That's
them.
pretty responsible.
And unexpected.
Anyway, if you're looking for the Arataki gang, you
I
could
am.
try going to Amakane Island,
Amakane Island.
which is a venue designated by the Yashiro Commission for use in all kinds of festivals, big and small. It was established to try and encourage community cultural events. The application process is much simpler there and less expensive too.
Okay.
We told the Arataki gang about that. If they still want to host their event, that's going to be their best option.
This whole thing is starting to sound like a non-starter.
No. We're gonna help this get going.
Since we've come this far,
It's for
why don't you
Ito.
go and
We
take
love
a look at
Ito.
Amakane Island, right?
Yes. We want to hang out with Ito. He was unconscious a good portion of the last event. Like, not the festival, but the perilous trail. Ah, I see. Let's just go to a waypoint that's a wee bit closer. All right.
Let's go jumping in puddles and see who can make the biggest splash.
Ooh,
What's the hurry?
boop. Sweet flowers. Can never have enough of those. Oh, this place. Okay, I thought so. It's the same place that we took Ayaka for her festival. Her first festival visit. Which was super cute. We got masks, except Paimon. All right.
Same situation as earlier. The Arataki gang is nowhere in sight.
No, not yet,
There
but
should be a Yashiro Commission representative here.
mhm.
Let's go and ask him.
All right, friend. Hirohiko.
How can I help?
I mean, we're looking for the Arataki gang.
Ah, yes. You must be here for the almighty Arataki whatchamacallit festival too.
Whatchamacallit? It wasn't, hey Matt, it wasn't terrible. It was okay. I spent the whole week packing, and then the actual moving part was super easy, and then I found out that the place I was renting, like, that kind of fell through. they decided not to rent it last minute and didn't actually say anything. So I got my deposit back, which was nice. But now I'm like living at my parents' until I find a place this week. So all my stuff is in the garage. And I'm in a room, which I really appreciate that they had a room that I could use.
Yep.
But yeah, I mean,
Madam Kujo
it's an
Sara of the
adventure.
Tenryo Commission and Uemiya of Naganohara Fireworks have both been here so far.
Wait, did they invite Sarah? Or was she just here to be making sure? Gotta love landlords, right? Like it is how it goes. It's not the first time it's happened to me, so I
Uemiya
wasn't
noticed them getting the
super
venue
surprised.
ready
It
when
was
she
just
here to
inconvenient.
deliver some fireworks. I guess she got curious and went to go check it out.
Okay.
As to what Madam Kujo Sara was here for, I'm not quite sure.
It's been a busy week. It's been a busy week. So, yeah, things are a little bit more normal now, kind of. I've got like 3 places I'm going to go look at after I'm done streaming today.
Oh, so other people got here before us?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's a good sign.
Yeah, but one of them's Sarah, and I feel like she's just going to want to shut it down. She doesn't...
So, where's the
I'm not going to say she
Arataki
doesn't
venue?
like Ito, but she has a very... She's very black and white when it comes to rules. And Ito is anything but black and white when it comes to rules. He doesn't believe in rules.
Unfortunately, since there's no space available at any official venues at the moment,
Mm-hmm.
we had to allocate them to a tiny beach at the northwest part of the
Oh.
island.
They get a little beach?
If only they'd applied earlier, we could have given them a better location. Head northwest. You'll see them.
That sounds about right. Like, they don't really plan ahead. They're spur-of-the-moment folk. Which, I mean, I'm not mad about it, because there's Ito! Sorry. There he is. Hey, buddy. I'm so excited. Oh, it's raining. Great. I've come for your festival, Ito.
Hey there, compadres! You finally made it. I was just wondering when you'd be showing up. Next thing I know, boom, there you are. Oh boy, am I happy to see you. Look at this venue. What do you think? Is this a prime location or what?
It's beautiful. I love it.
It's surrounded by sea, the air is as fresh as it gets, there's no noise pollution from the city, and the views are simply spectacular.
Okay, I love how positive these guys are.
The venue is situated against the backdrop of Amakane Island, where you can enjoy exclusive access to the festival and culture center's first-rate equipment.
With excellent transport links by sea and land, getting where you need to be is highly convenient, whether you're traveling by foot or by boat.
You guys are eternal optimists. It is nice. It's
The
okay.
moment I set eyes on this venue, I knew this was the one.
I'm sure you did.
It was the moment that changed the world.
Oh gosh, he's so dramatic. I love it.
Give it up for the boss!
Give it up for the boss. Absolutely.
Surely you're only here because the Tenryo Commission sent you away.
Paimon, no!
All right, let's get down to business.
You take that truth, you take those facts, and you put them away.
I invited you all here to attend the almighty Arataki Great and
Yes.
Glorious Drumalong Festival!
Sounds amazing.
A highly important festival, I might add.
Yes.
Yeah, boss said the first goal of the festival is to promote the Arataki gang and recruit new members.
Really?
Secondly, it's to celebrate Shinobu's graduation.
I thought that was the first one, was to celebrate her graduation.
And last but not least, it makes up for all the previous team-building events that were canceled.
They
due to
have
insufficient
team building
funding.
events. Oh gosh.
3 festivals in one? Wow.
Akira, we can leave that last point out from now on.
Well, where's Shinobu?
The thing with festivals is you gotta get out there and promote them far and wide if you want to get a good crowd. So, Shinobu's handing out flyers.
Oh.
Hey, Shinobu's supposed to be the star of the show, isn't she? How come she's out there working her butt off while you're hanging around here doing nothing?
Because Shinobu's the only competent one. Yo, hello and welcome. Welcome to the stream.
Hey, I'm hard at work too.
Uh-huh.
I'm entertaining guests.
I mean, he's very entertaining. He's not wrong.
Boss actually just got back.
Oh.
He said he was expecting you to arrive any second, so he came back specially to welcome you.
Oh.
Until then, he was out there with Shinobu working hard to bring more people to the festival.
Well, just doing my duty.
Oh, gosh.
Nothing more, nothing less.
Wow, this bull chucker actually did some serious work for once. Huh. Paimon's pleasantly surprised.
You know, it does sound like he is working hard. He did it the wrong way. He should have The Drumalong event. Yeah, I guess it just started, so I'm super excited. I mean, especially because I'm not great at any sort of instrument rhythm things, so this should be interesting.
Trust a puny little flying lavender melon to stoop to the level of childish name-calling.
You just called her a lavender melon. You did the same thing.
Anyway, so, compadre,
Yo.
you got any questions about this festival?
Yes. Let's do it. What do you need help? You probably need help, right? Oh, I heard Kujo Sara came. What was up with that?
Oh, you mean that stupid Tengu?
Oh, they're not friends. I haven't. Yeah.
Yeah, I hesitated, but I sent her an invitation.
You sent her an invitation? Okay, that's pretty big of you.
I cannot believe how ungrateful she is. Get this, she came all the way out here just to put up a bulletin board and write a load of baloney on it claiming that visitors need to be cautioned.
Oh, Kujo Sara, no.
She even warned us not to change it. It's blatant bullying of the gang, that's what it is. One day, I'm gonna defeat that Tengu fair and square in broad daylight in the middle of the street. She'll get what's coming to her.
Okay.
Anyway, so, compadre, you got any questions about this festival?
I mean, I do have another one because there was another one that was highlighted. Yoimiya's here. I love Yoimiya. You challenged someone? Oh my goodness.
The owner of Naganohara Fireworks?
I don't know if I can do that. Yes,
Chatting
that
with her
one.
is a real blast.
She's delightful.
She only found out about our festival because she happened to be delivering some fireworks to Amakane Island. She really liked what we were trying to do here and came to pass on her best wishes. She even said she'll provide some fireworks for us next time.
That's because Yoimiya's the best.
Looks like the Arataki gang should make sure to keep good ties with Naganohara Fireworks in the future.
That you should.
Anyway, so, compadre, you got any questions about this festival?
There's only one option left, so... What's this festival got in store for us? Oh,
A ton of totally awesome
no!
stuff!
Oh, man. 100% completion on this event in pro mode? I will definitely not be that good, man. Yeah, Yoimiya is so awesome. I hope we get to see her in this one. Oh, she's delightful.
See that hill over there?
Yes.
That's Sing Along Hill. Stand at the top, look out over the sea, and sing your heart out!
Oh, gosh.
And this bonfire, it's perfect for roasting lavender melons, the regular kind, or the ones of the annoying little floating variety. And these boxes, plenty of space whether you want to play Genius Invocation TCG or battle some beetles.
Wow, you really pulled out all the stops.
But of course, the highlight of this festival is the Drumalong.
Yes, please.
Here, feast your eyes on this.
It's very nice.
Just between you and me, this little treasure was sourced through a top-secret channel. They said it's a prized hand drum that once belonged to a renowned onmyoji, and it's worth 8 million mora.
Oh.
Thanks to my strapping good looks and the fact that the vendor and I kind of had a connection. Her words, not mine. She gave me a generous discount and only asked for 800,000 mora.
You paid her 800,000 mora for a drum?
She went from 8 million to 800,000 just like that?
That's a
sounds
scam.
Suspiciously like a scam to Paimon.
Oh, you got all the way to 99.8%? That is impressive.
Duh. Oldest trick in the book, right? Which is why it didn't work on me. I spotted the damage on the edge right away. Practically screamed, "Defective product alert!" Ooh, we have a connection. Give me a break. So I haggled hard and took her down to 80 G's. Practically a steal.
Yeah, more specifically daylight robbery.
She's not so good at haggling.
Still, it's pretty impressive that you could actually afford something worth 80,000
Yeah, where'd he get the
mora.
money? He never has any
Wool
money.
Tucker?
It's only 80,000 mora. What do you take me for?
Only?
I put in 20 grand.
Me too.
2046. He got it from his friends. No.
Boss, how come I had to pay 30 grand?
20 grand plus 20 grand plus...
He only had to pay 10?
You really are a bull Tucker! You extorted 80 grand from your gang members and didn't pay a single mora yourself!
You might want to check your mathematics
paid
there.
10.
I paid my share, you know. I paid the last 10 grand. All right, good chat, but we should wrap things up. It's getting late. I should go rendezvous with Shinobu. The festival's just getting started. We need to keep plugging it to get a bigger crowd. Take care of the hand drum, all right? Oh, and if you want to try out the Drumalong at any point, Genta's your guy.
I do.
Laters, compadre.
Ito. I do. I want to try this drum thing. I'm excited. All right, Genta. Show me the way.
I'm Genta,
Yes.
the Arataki Drumalong Festival Welcome Ambassador. Are you ready for your Drumalong performance?
No, but I want to try anyway.
Oh, I almost forgot. There's something that Boss forgot to mention to you about this hand drum.
Uh-huh.
Since none of us really know if it's in tune or not, please test it out first.
Oh, boy.
That way, it'll sound better when you deliver your final performance.
Oh.
Go on, give it a try.
Okay, so press the controller button according to the drum beat on an accented note. Adjust the decision line until it roughly coincides with... Okay. Close. Oh. Oh. I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. Like, this is just practicing, it's showing me what to do? Is that it? Oh, yeah, it's just the tutorial. I was like, what is this? Oh. Okay. Now what do I do?
I'm Genta.
Yes.
Are you ready for your Drumalong performance?
No, sure.
Let the Drumalong begin!
Okay. I want the normal one. I want the baby rank settings to configure settings for the music in the game. Change falling speed? Okay. Okay. We'll see how very poorly I do this. Yes, I would like baby mode, please. Normal. Okay. During the performance, different notes will appear on the screen. When a note falls, the decision line. Okay. A long note is represented by a long stripe. Hold it until the light disappears. Then release in time to score points. Okay. Okay. Oh, man. Oh. I didn't hold it. That was my bad. Oh, that's a hold. Okay. Okay. Oh, that's way too fast for me. I'm not good at these things. Oh boy. Oh man. I'm gonna have to practice this. This is kind of cool. Oh, right. That's that one. Oh man. Yeah, that was new record for me. Oh, I cannot do. Yeah, my clumsy hands, man. I'm like, woof. Yeah. I'm like, I just need to practice and it'll get easier, but man, okay, okay. I would just like the rewards, please. Claim. Yay. Hard. Oh no. Oh, I could barely do baby mode. Are you kidding me? Oh, so I'm guessing I just have to score higher on normal mode to get other songs because I don't think I can't do hard. Oh man, I can't do hard. I'll be doomed. Okay, that was better. I don't know what I'm gonna do when it uses all of the notes, man. If you score high enough, you'll get the ones below it. Good. Okay, I was like, oh man. I just, ugh. All right. Fine. Ugh. All right. Hard. Oh, what was that? Oh, you just have to hit him at the same time. That's what that means. I was like, what is that? Okay, we'll do that again. Perform again. One more time. All right. I didn't mean to do that. I wanted to come over here and grab that. Pro? Gonna cry. Here we go. This is gonna be painful. All right, it's gonna use all the buttons. Okay. Okay. Oh, that's the wrong button. Oh, I'm amazed that people's brains work this quickly. I'm going to have to watch people do this. Nope. Oh, that's a new button. Oh no! Nope, that's B. Okay. Wow. I don't know how I got dulse. I think you have to like not try to not get dulcet. That was, wow, really, ouch. Uh-oh. Genta, why is it so hard, man? Why? Oh, just gonna go lay down somewhere. Curl up in fetal position.
I'm Mamoru, the Arataki Drumalong Festival Atmosphere Ambassador. How may I help?
I don't
You're
know.
asking what my job is?
Yes.
Well, as the Atmosphere Ambassador, my job is mainly to create
You're the
a
hype
lively
man.
atmosphere and give all attendants the feeling of, I'm so hyped, I'm going out of my mind.
Oh, it's good that I don't need lots of points for a reward. Oh.
Do you feel that way?
Oh. Not even slightly, nowhere near.
Hey, don't say that. That was really disheartening.
I'm sorry.
It's like being punched in the gut.
I didn't want to say it.
If that's how you feel, my job's meaningless, isn't
No,
it?
no, Mamoru.
You are the boss's friend.
What?
Please, show me some support for his sake. I'm begging you. Say the line.
What line?
You know. I'm so hyped, I'm going out of my mind.
I'm so hyped I'm going out of my mind.
Awesome.
Yes.
This is the best recognition I could ask for.
Oh, he's so cute.
Come on, people. More music, more dancing. Let's keep this party going.
Yeah, he's the hype guy. That's cool. That's cool. You do your thing, my dude. I kind of want to read the sign. What does the sign say? Put up by the Tenryu Commission, similar to the ones in the city. Kujo Sara's message. Caution, a group of itinerant youths who call themselves the Arataki Gang are hosting an event of unknown purpose at this location. Please exercise caution, stay safe, and keep your personal belongings with you at all times. Please report any illegal activity to the Tenryu Commission immediately. Oh gosh, I love Sara so much. Yoimiya's message. I was surprised to find someone hosting a festival tucked away in this little corner of the island, especially a new festival that I'd never heard of. The view here is amazing. Although it's not the liveliest of festivals, it's magical in its own way. Go Arataki Gang. Let me know in advance next time and I'll get you some fireworks free of charge. Yoimiya is the best, man. She's so sweet. All right.
I'm Akira.
Yep.
The Arataki Drumalong Festival Feedback Ambassador.
Feedback?
So, can you give us some feedback?
It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Thank you for your feedback. You have other questions? But I don't really have anything else to say.
Oh.
The boss said my only job was to say two things. Can you give us some feedback and thank you for your feedback?
Oh.
And if the guests ask when they will receive a response to their feedback, I'm supposed to say, we'll get back to you as soon as possible.
That's very Very official and on the
He
nose.
said that's what people do in other events he's been to. I'm sure he's basing this on a wealth of experience.
Yeah, I'm sure.
But then Shinobu told me that's too insincere, so she gave me this notebook. But look here. I've made a note of your feedback, and I'll show it to Shinobu when she gets back.
Oh, man. Okay. Oh. Is there anything else that I'm supposed to be doing? Or it's just... I wanna go find Ito. I wanna hang out with Ito. Where's Ito?
I'm Genta.
Mm-hmm.
Are you ready for your Drumalong
I mean,
Let the drum.
is there another... Does another one unlock now that I've done the 3? No. Unlocks in 15 hours. Oh, okay. Okay, so they unlock on a time thing. Oh, okay, that's cool. That means I can just come back and do different songs. I like it. I can practice some more. Not right now because, yikes, it hurts my brain. Click, talk to Susan. Who's Susan? Eh. Hey, Susan. How's it going? The scenery here is rather lovely. If only someone was around to take a picture for me. I've got a camera. I was looking for someone to help me out. My name is Susan and I'm from Mondstadt. My husband and I... Okay. But we had no idea that the situation in Izuma would become like this. Since we can't go home I mean, things are open now. Inazuma's no longer in lockdown. My husband's really lazy. I couldn't get him out the door. Traveling by myself. I don't have anyone to take a picture for me. Okay, I mean... I have a camera. I'll take your picture. Please tell me if my pose is all right. Should I tilt my head a bit? I'm ready now. Okay. Well, let me come here and I'll take your picture. I can take your picture. It just includes me in it. I hope you don't mind. You'll remember me forever. Well, you'll remember Kaya forever. This is your reward for your pictures. Thank you. That's what I wanted. Oh, muy bien. Thank you. All right. So the next one doesn't unlock for a bit. So I do have all of these bajillions of story quests that I haven't done. Requiem of the Echoing Depths. Oh, that unlocked right before I started the chasm. Let's go see what that one's about. Oh, I thought I was going to talk to Catherine. I have to come all the way over here? That's cool. Let's take a look. So we're going to talk to this guy.
Hi there! You must be Yuehoi, right? We've been sent by the Adventurers Guild.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, great. Good to meet you. Yes, I was the one who posted that commission.
Okay.
Wait a second. You look kind of familiar. Are you a famous adventurer or something?
It's complicated.
Oh, all right then.
It is
start by
complicated.
introducing myself. I'm Yuehue, a miner.
Yuehue.
I received a mining permit for the chasm just recently.
Okay.
I have a handful of other guys in my crew.
Seriously? They actually give permits out for the chasm?
Now that it's open, sure, because they don't want people just digging willy-nilly.
Yes, the folks over at Yujing Terrace finally came to their senses and are now allowing a limited amount of ore mining near the surface. We were among the first to gain approval, but some things have happened recently that put all the miners on edge.
Really? What happened? We haven't heard anything.
So, it's hard to say exactly how big of an issue it is. Could be something, could be nothing. The main thing is that it's just very strange.
Okay.
While one of the miners was on a break, he suddenly noticed a few hilly trolls walking his way. They seemed like they were in a daze or something.
I don't feel like there were a lot of hilly churls down there.
They walked right by him without giving him a single glance. They just made a beeline for the depths of the chasm.
Okay.
After that, the miner started observing his surroundings more closely and noticed the same thing happening time and time again.
There are a bunch of hilly churls going into the chasm?
Are the hilly churls just curious? Maybe they just want to take a peek inside.
Maybe it's like the Abyss Order gathering them all together and they're gonna like take a surge out of their. I liked those ideas. I liked the idea you sent me, Celeste, with the different collars. I liked that a lot. I thought that was a great idea.
Unlikely. The strange part is that in all the time this miner has been watching the hilly trolls, he's never seen any of them come back out.
Yeah, they're amassing like an army down there. Gosh dang it.
It seems to be a one-way trip. Once the hilly trolls go in, they never emerge again. And it seems to be happening more and more frequently as of late. What are these hilly trolls up to? What
That's the
happens to
question.
them after they go inside? Is there a disaster brewing?
Possibly.
These are the kinds of thoughts going through the guys' heads now.
Okay.
Everyone's driving themselves crazy worrying about it.
Paimon's not surprised. Paimon feels spooked just hearing about it.
I don't dare imagine what's going on inside the chasm. It's
Exactly.
a messed up
The
place,
deepest
man.
fear is the fear of the unknown, you know? So we have to get to the bottom of it before everyone can put
Okay,
their
you want me to go
minds at
find
rest.
the hidden hilly troll army? I can do this.
Do we really want to take
Yes.
this mission? Thanks, Mr. Miner, sir.
We'll take
Hey,
it.
you can at least pretend to consider Paimon's opinion first.
I'm inclined to think the Abyss Order's involved. That's.
Oh, so
Yep.
that's where you're coming from.
Yep.
Well, okay then. Maybe we will find some clues about your twin.
Absolutely.
You'll really regret it if you don't go, huh?
Yep.
So, what's your verdict? Will you take the commission?
Yep.
No pressure, but I gotta say, I'm not loving the prospect of my mining permit going to waste.
Yep.
I got you, don't worry.
We're kind of curious ourselves now, too.
Yep.
Great. You're doing me an enormous service here. Now, let me give you the rough location that the hilly trolls keep heading to.
Thank you. Tell me where to go. In the depths, an unexpected reunion. Okay. Complete Oh. All right. In the depths, an unexpected reunion. All right. Into the chasm we go. Am I dumb? Oh, right there. It's right in front of my face. Nobody saw me look for all that time and not see that big yellow diamond right in front of me, okay? Let's pretend that I saw it immediately. I knew exactly where I was going. Nope. All right. Let's see who we're going to find down here, because it's a reunion, but it happened before this event. I got this quest right before this event started, so I don't know if it's Yanlan or if it's...
Is this where that miner guy wanted us to investigate? Just look at this.
And if it's the Abyss Order, like if this is an Abyss Order thing, it's going to be... It might be Dane.
Wait, what was it again?
The defiled statues.
Yes, that's
Yeah, this
it.
is Abyss Order.
It's just like that. Just as strange, just as upside down, and just as
Oh, hey, Keeney! Welcome. And thank you for the subscribe. I appreciate it. Oh, is it lagging? Sorry, my internet here is questionable. Let me check something real quick. Let's just check. What does it say? It says the quality is still good for now. We'll see if it stays good. We'll see if it keeps behaving. It might have just had a hiccup for a second. All right.
In which case, maybe whatever's going on in the chasm really is connected to the Abyss Order.
Oh, man.
Oh, we gotta get to the bottom of this. Oh?
Oh my god. It is Dane. Oh my gosh, Dane, I missed you.
The feeling is mutual. I certainly hadn't expected to meet you here either.
Long time no see, Dane.
You ditched me.
Wait, but how did you suddenly end up here in the chasm?
The chasm? So we're in the depths of the chasm, are we?
Correct.
Interesting. This is one place where I have never set foot before.
Well, it was kind of closed before, but I have a lot of questions for you.
I understand how you must feel.
Yes.
Last time we met suddenly and parted hastily.
Yeah, no kidding.
Now our paths cross again. Fate, it seems, owes you an explanation.
Tell me what you're doing here. what was going on with that portal. I mean, clearly he came through it. So tell me what you're doing here.
That much should be self-explanatory. I came upon the trail of another Abyss Herald recently and began pursuing it. Unfortunately, I got as far as cornering him before he resorted to the same trick that they all do. I was hot on his heels when I followed him through the portal, but as usual, it was to no avail.
So you didn't actually
It took
catch up
me
with
to
my
the wrong
brother.
place.
Dang it.
Correct. Based on my recent experiences, I can only conclude that the Abyss's portals are not simply pathways from point A to point B, but gateways to an entire network.
That's pretty cool.
Where they emerge on the other side is their choice. It can be anywhere within the network.
Sounds kind of similar to how teleport waypoints work.
In short, though I was right behind your twin last time when I entered that portal, the next moment that I realized where I was,
Yeah, I was super annoyed that you didn't like grab me and take me with you because you were fast.
I was all alone. Back in the ruins known as Storm Terrors.
Well, whose fault was that?
Oh, yeah, about that. Whatever happened to the Eye of the First Field Tiller?
It's in a safe place.
Good.
You can be sure that I will learn the truth of the Loom of Fate operation sooner than it could ever fall into the Abyss Order's hands.
Why don't you tell me who you really are? Who is the Twilight Sword? Oof. I like the look on Lumine's face. She's just like, me. Is it still really laggy? So it's like hit or miss? Okay.
So that title stuck in your memory.
It did.
I by no means went out of my way to conceal it from you. It once stood for the glory of Conria, but now it is but a cruel joke. My curse to bear. Twilight Sword was my title as captain of the Royal Guards when I witnessed the destruction of my entire homeland firsthand.
Right, because he's from Conria.
I believe my reluctance to raise it in conversation is quite justified.
Yeah, that's fair.
Sounds like your brother was right.
What is the history between you and my brother,
We
actually?
were travel partners.
Like me and Paimon.
We both partook in a painful journey of searching for our fate. But regrettably, we did not make it to the journey's end together.
Yeah, clearly not. He's with the Abyss Order and you're hated by the Abyss Order?
Before you continue questioning me, I ought to warn you. If my suspicions regarding the portal network are correct, then the fact that there is a portal leading here tells us that the Abyss Order has their eyes on this location.
Okay.
You mean the Abyss Order is plotting something here? Actually, Paimon and the Traveler suspected that too.
Yep.
I mean that it's highly likely that even as we speak, the Abyss Order is watching our every move.
Don't say that! You're giving Paimon goosebumps.
I'll trust you for now. Let's go investigate.
A wise choice. There appears to be light from a fire coming from near that rocky wall.
Yes.
Let's take a look.
Okay. When one gazes into the abyss. Okay. Let's take a look.
There are signs of hilly churl activity here.
Yep.
Could these be the hilly churls the requester was talking about?
Hilly churls that are up to no good, amassing an army.
Quester? In fact, hold on. You still haven't told me what you're doing here.
Gosh.
I doubt that most travelers would have any reason to venture down this way.
The collar of your cloak is just on point, my dude. That's great.
We took a commission from the Adventurers Guild to investigate the chasm.
Yep.
Apparently a whole load of hilly churls have been gathering here, and the requester wants to know why. And now it looks like we finally found our first clue.
Do you want the answer?
Yes.
Huh? You mean you know something about this?
Am I right? Is it an army?
As it happens, I do.
Okay. Have anything to do with the Upside Down City?
It's understandable that you did not perceive anything unusual. What makes this place so strange is that the environment here weakens the effect of the curse.
The curse that that turned them all into monsters?
Curse? Oh, Paimon remembers. Last time you guys were saying that Conria's people were cursed to immortality or something.
For centuries, I have suffered daily from the curse that was laid upon me.
Okay.
But here, I suddenly feel a small amount of relief from this suffering.
Oh. So maybe they're just coming down here to get away from their
And
curse?
right here, right now, I can feel my body sending a strong message to me. It is telling me, stay.
So, this place weakens the curse? That's pretty incredible. But how?
I'm surprised there aren't more Conrians down here then. I mean, there might be a ton. Like, they just started noticing them.
That I shall need to investigate. But to the best of my knowledge, the Abyss Order does not have the technology to achieve this.
So you're saying...
Do you know why Hilichurls wear masks?
Nope.
It's to hide their appearance, lest they catch sight of their reflection in a body of water. Compared to how they remember themselves,
Oh, that's
it is a
sad.
terrible sight to behold. One that causes them great despair.
So they're really they're the ones from
curse of
Conria.
immortality denies death to those
That's a
afflicted.
really terrible fate.
And yet, it does not truly mean that they will never die.
So, you mean there's a way to undo it?
No. I mean that the body and soul will continue to be eroded.
It just
until
keeps
they
going
are
and going
virtually
and going.
non-existent, even if death is not the form that this
Erosion.
erosion takes.
Zhongli talked about that.
When the Hilichurls realize that the end is nigh for them, it seems their instinct is to seek out a calm and dark corner of the world in which to finally say goodbye to the centuries of suffering they have endured. And of all the places they could lay down to rest, one that can ease the effects of their curse would surely be their first choice.
Wow. That's so...
Sad? Yeah, it's sad.
Conversation's over.
Depressing.
Brace yourselves.
I don't want to fight. No.
We're under attack.
I don't want to fight them though. They're Conrians. Can we not fight them? Can we run away? Oh, you're not. No, never mind. I don't like you guys.
Don't get frostbite.
Think you can get away?
What's the hurry? Freeze! Keep back!
Let's play!
Where'd the other one go? Oh, did he fall? He did. Oh, did he respawn? Thank you for respawning. I mean, except you get all your HPs back.
Yahoo!
Which is rude.
Cool it!
Time for takeoff.
Dodge this! Oh, so sorry.
Don't fall again. Wait. Can you come down?
Here we go.
Come over here.
Yeah.
Oh, you dodged. That's fair. I didn't think you could dodge mid-thing. Good to know.
Freeze!
I keep taking him right towards the edge. I need to
Brace
not do
yourself.
that. I don't want him to fall and respawn again.
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay.
What were those?
Ooh.
And why did they attack us all of a sudden?
Black Serpent Knights. They once belonged to the Royal Guard of Conria.
Oh, okay.
Wait a second. Royal Guard? So, They used to be your troops?
Yes, they were. But now, the curse engulfs them, and they fight with none of the honor they once had.
Because they've become pawns of the Abyss now?
Let's continue on.
Oh. Oh, we're being watched.
Wait, Dane!
Dot dot dot.
Seems we missed one.
I mean, he's not coming down to fight us.
Wait, stand down. There's something different about this one.
Yeah, he's not coming to fight us. That's nice. Let him. He leaves. Okay.
It's disappeared.
It did.
What the heck? What was going on with that one? Was it trying to say something?
Mm-hmm.
How is this possible? How could he have retained
Oh, he knows who that
self-awareness
is.
for 500 years without it? But more
Okay.
importantly, why did he seem so familiar?
Maybe he recognized you.
That would be a miraculous outcome indeed for a cataclysm that brought total doom and destruction. Or perhaps it was just a coincidence.
Okay.
We should press onward to the city.
The upside down city.
Wouldn't gliding be faster?
Yeah. But we're not gonna do it. Here we go. Alright.
Looks like there's a strange
Oof.
energy surrounding the city.
Yeah, that's
We
weird
can't go any
miasma.
further.
Yeah, it blocked us before.
Guess there should be a mechanism or something around here, right?
Puzzle
Traveler?
time.
Looks like it's time to get into ruin exploring mode.
We're gonna find the puzzles.
Don't waste your time.
Oh. But my puzzles. You could do it that way too. That's fine. Okay.
Huh?
Kanria's technology, abyssal power. Two things I couldn't be more familiar with. They're just cheap tricks to me.
Okay.
Okay, so the Abyss Order really is trying to hide something here, right?
Hmm.
Dane seems like he really understands what's going on here. No wonder the Abyss Order doesn't want him around.
Was it built by Conria?
Not necessarily. The closer we draw, the more I am inclined to conclude that these ruins belong to a more ancient civilization still.
Oh.
The Abyss Order simply got to them before anyone else.
Even older than Conria? Whoa. Paimon can't even imagine back that far.
Oh, that's fair.
That said, the architecture here does somewhat resemble that of Kanria. At least, it would if it were the other way up.
It is upside down currently. That's
Let's
true.
head toward the light over there. Mind your footing on the way ahead.
Okay.
It's a long way down.
It is a long way down. I'm likely to fall. I'm just gonna. I think I'm gonna fall at least one time. Putting that out there. We're gonna hope I don't, though. All right. All right. Oh, hi guys.
Black Serpent Knights, is this where they're based? Or wait, are they guarding something here?
Probably.
We are likely drawing near to whatever the Abyss Order is trying to hide. Let's take them out first.
Oh, sure. Yep. No conversations tried. Let's just fight them. All right. That's fair.
Think you can get away?
That's fair. They're corrupting stuff. I get it.
Cool it. Let's play.
You're an archer. You got the goal.
Verdict is?
Time for takeoff. Here we
Swirl
go.
going.
Freeze.
And you're done.
Vines! You should be able to climb up, right?
Yeah. Gonna just look and make sure there's no treasure. No treasure. Okay. Now we'll carry on carrying on. Nyeh. Nyeh. Haha, I climbed the vines. What we looking at?
Oh no! More black
Oh, jeez. Ooh, wait a minute. Are they... What's with the hilly turtles?
Huh? They're not coming after us. Are they just trying to scare us off? Huh. These knights seem like they're hiding something behind them.
Hold on, I think they...
Oh, man. Alright.
They're coming! Quick, get them!
Hey, Dane, you want to, like, chip in and help? Instead of just standing there and looking fabulous? I mean, I'm just saying, it would be nice.
Think you can get away?
Cool it. Freeze.
Let's play.
Alright, let's not knock you off.
Yeah.
That was the last of them.
Alright.
Now, let's see what it was they were trying to hide.
What were they doing with these hilly churls?
Huh? What's this?
They look messed up.
So, the Black Serpent Knights have nothing to do with the Abyss Order's secret.
Oh.
I should have guessed.
So, what exactly is going on with these hilly churls?
What are they doing?
As I said, for these hilly churls, the end is nigh. They have grown old and fearful of the light, even become one with the darkness. And yet the curse continues to corrode them.
But why would the Black Serpent Knights want to stay here and guard them?
Because they were the guardians of Conria, and they probably are protecting their people, even though they're not. They're still their people, they're just changed. Right?
More of them are closing in!
Let's try to avoid fighting them.
It's him! The guy that came out of nowhere and disappeared again!
He seems to be in charge.
And now they're retreating! Did he just order them to do that?
Halfdan?
Oh, he does. He, like, legit knows this guy. Maybe.
Whoa, whoa. What? You recognize him?
Could it be? If it's as I suspect, then this is a truly tragic state of affairs.
Okay.
You want to know why they were gathered here guarding the hilly churls, don't you?
I mean, I'm guessing they're protecting them.
It's because as far as the Black Serpent Knights are concerned, they're simply doing their duty.
Yep. Okay.
The one who ordered them to retreat just now, I suddenly recognized him. I knew him as a young man, an elite in the royal guard of old. His name is Halfdan.
So he's making sure that the hilly churls who come down here are protected because they're former Conrians. Gosh, why is everything with the Abyss Order so depressing?
So,
Man.
he's from 500 years ago too?
To this day, I still remember the final orders I, the Twilight Sword, gave to Halfdan on the day of disaster in Conria, before I made haste back to the palace.
Did you tell them to protect the people, no matter what?
Inform all Black Serpent Knights to protect the people of Conria at all costs.
At all costs, so they're just still carrying out that order.
Because we, of course, were royal guards. But this would mean nothing in the events that followed. Royals, gentry, common folk. These identities made no difference.
Nope.
Against the might of the gods, the only identity that mattered was being from
Conria.
These Black Serpent Knights have lost their intellect. But perhaps, in whatever remains of their minds, they are still protecting the people of Conria.
That's tragic and still, like, how honorable. They still have that kind of honor. Even though they've lost their intellect, they're still doing what they said they would
If
do.
you see these ruins as Conria in the throes of disaster, and these hilly churls as the people crying for help,
That's why they're here protecting them.
then suddenly, I can make sense of what I'm hearing.
Oh.
Their growls are less of a threat and more of a warning.
Then, what are they saying?
Though it is barely discernible, I can just about make it out. They keep repeating a word from the old language of Conria. Run.
Run, they're talking to the hilly churls.
Even I have to admit, the fact their will is strong enough to survive 500 years of erosion. It is nothing short of a miracle.
Pretty impressive.
Born from hopelessness.
Oh, so
It doesn't matter. Even I took them for enemies for a moment. Let's keep heading toward the light at the top.
Okay.
I believe the Black Serpent Knights will no longer try to stop us.
Well, yeah, it would be a waste of their time. We're not their enemy. We're not here to kill the hilly trolls. We're just here to investigate. Oh, hey, it's a Sealy. Sealy. Oh, it didn't double. Damn. Well, start back over here. That A button did not double click, which is fine. We'll just go back. Try that again. There we go. All right, up we get. Back in this direction. Ooh, we need to give it a minute. Can I get another Animo user? Oh, I like all these people though. Let's do Jean, because then I can have some heals. So you have those two so far. Let's use some exiles. I'm not using Rosaria right now. And okay, so using him, can't take that one. I need to get more of these updated. Oh, I liked this one on her. That's why I left that one. Okay. Because it has the Animo bonus. I'll give you the Exile one, and... I guess we can take Fischl's. Fischl's isn't using it. All right.
Right now, I wish I was sitting at the top.
All right. Oh, what sword does she have equipped? Not the one I want on her. Switch that out. Okay. Whoop.
Sure enough, we aren't seeing any more Black Serpent Knights. Guess that Halfdan guy really did recognize Captain Bing, huh?
There's a waypoint here? Can I trigger it?
Yahoo!
Yes, I can. Haha. Well, now it doesn't matter if I fall, I can teleport back. Ooh, thank you.
Thank Barbados. Wait a minute.
Okay, over there. Yep. All right. Go to the chamber at the center of the ruins summit. Okay. All right. Hey, good morning, Lee. Welcome, welcome.
Dane, why so quiet?
I'm just thinking, nothing more. If you're trying to console me, I can assure you there is no need.
Fine.
Way to come, yep, come up here. Oh, hi guys. All right.
Looks like we can finally head to the room in the center.
Okay.
Come on, let's go.
Brace yourselves.
Oh. Okay. Actually have Venti ready, just in case I need to throw his thing.
Up there!
That water is upside down.
Even the water pool is upside down.
Weird.
Oh, wow. This is a pretty amazing place. Dang, do you have any idea at all how it works?
Nope.
The pool must be
Maybe?
part of the entire city structure. A relic of this ancient civilization.
Okay.
And more importantly, it is the very thing that is weakening the curse.
Oh.
Here, my whole body feels more at peace than it has in a long time. The effect is stronger here than it was before. And I think it's because that water pool has something akin to a cleansing effect.
Okay.
Cleansing? So that means the water in that pool can wash away the curse for good?
No, that would be impossible.
How are you so sure?
Because he's probably been looking for a cure this whole time.
I have lived with this curse for 500 years, and I have been fully conscious the entire time. Suffice to say, no one understands the curse like I do.
Okay.
It is a way of branding us at the level of the fate of the world itself. When a god applies a curse, it takes effect at a higher level of reality than the person themselves. Even now, I can feel the curse slowly permeating my entire being, becoming part of me, slowly but surely replacing me.
Yikes.
Perhaps it may be possible to suppress the corrosive effect of the curse for a time, but cleansing it entirely, consider it tantamount to burning away an integral part of your body. It is not a process that one could ever hope to survive.
Yeah.
Huh? Cleansing the curse cost you your life? Whoa. An irreversible curse. Paimon can't even imagine.
In any case, I can feel that the water's cleansing effect is not nearly potent enough.
I can't
At
imagine
most,
what the people of
it
Conria
might
did
suppress the
to make
curse
someone
but a
so
little.
angry that they would do something like that. Like, that's a terrible curse. That's awful.
So, what's that contraption there?
I mean, I guess if you read, like, Greek mythology, gods are super petty. So, an Abyss Order device?
Frankly, I have never seen a device of this design before either.
Mm-hmm.
It is not unreasonable to suspect that it could belong to the Abyss Order. But what could they be planning to do here?
I don't know. Oh, we're about to find out. Oh, boy. What's coming in?
That gave Paimon a fright. So, all the doors are open now?
Oh! Hey, buddy.
Halfdan's back again?
Halfdan, do you have something to say to me?
Nope. Just turns and walks away. He's like, nah.
He ran off. But he didn't disappear like last time.
He's indicating that we should follow him.
Oh.
Are you coming?
I mean, he doesn't seem like a bad guy.
So, we going then?
Mm-hmm. Let's find out what he wants us to know. All right.
Halfdan jumped down over there. Let's follow him.
Eesh. Oh no. Epic fail. Oh, he jumped down. Oh. Okay then. All right.
Looks like Halfdan disappeared at the far end of this path.
Perhaps whatever lies ahead is what he wants us to see. Let's keep going.
Okay. But if that's the case, we're gonna switch, this really quick.
There are more signs of Hilichurl activity here.
Maybe?
Let's go see.
Yeah, let's go see what we're looking at.
Faster.
Oh.
It's a humble hilly churl camp. Oh, these hilly churls look like they're in pretty bad shape, too. Some of them look like they've already taken their final breath. Is this what Halfdan wanted to show us?
Whether it is or not, everything here is worth investigating in detail. Inspect the area. Leave no stone unturned.
Okay. Don't mind me, guys. Just all up in your space.
Like these hilly churls have no life left in them at all. Before long, they'll become one with the darkness. The hilly churls we meet in the wild are always so rowdy. Paimon never would have imagined that this is how they spend their final days.
Don't talk about the ones we meet in the wild, because now I feel real bad.
We may not have a whole lot of happy memories dealing with hilly churls, but still.
I mean, that's how I met
Paimon
Amber.
hopes they're at peace in
That's a
their
happy
last
memory.
moments.
Alright.
Hilly churls usually store food in crates like these, right?
Yep.
But these seem pretty much empty. Is it because they're so near to the end that they don't need to eat anymore?
Oof.
Even if they don't need to eat anymore, Paimon bets they still miss food for the flavor.
Okay, we got a fire. No one's near it,
There's
though.
even a bonfire here, like what hilly churls built in the wild. Wait, but wasn't Dane saying that hilly churls get scared of the light when they reach the very end of their lives? Maybe, in the very, very end, they still want to feel some light and warmth. Oh. Just thinking aloud here. Could also be another reason.
Oof. Paimon with the heavy monologuing here. Man. Why is there...
How did that flower get this far underground? Did someone bring it in memory of the deceased hilly churls?
I know this flower.
Hey, now that you mention it, Paimon thinks it looks kind of familiar too.
Yeah.
It is the national flower of Kanria, the Intivat. It once bloomed all over the nation.
I like that it's called the in Tibet. Because it's Tibet. It's in Tibet. Sorry.
It would only last 2 weeks before wilting. But if you were to pluck one and take it out of Kanria, the petals would stop growing and turn hard.
Oh, they like crystallize.
Only when it finally returned to its home soil would the petals grow soft once more and finally turn to dust. So the Intivat is a symbol for a wanderer far from
That's
home.
what I thought. It's the flower she's wearing in her
signifying
hair.
The tenderness of the homeland.
So for this flower to get here, it must have been brought from...
Bet it was my brother. Bet Ether was here. Ooh, flower magic.
Your Highness.
Oh.
So the proposal finally has your blessing?
In focusing single-mindedly on confronting the heavenly principles, we neglected our original mission, the revival of the homeland. I should not have been so indecisive.
The device is almost ready. We await your command.
What are the chances of succeeding?
Theoretically speaking, approximately...
Forget it. Even a 1% chance is enough.
Enough to risk what, Ether? Enough to risk what,
For
my
too
dude?
long have we dwelt in the abyss. Surely they would rather return to the natural cycle of life and death as soon as possible than continue to exist as they are, without a shred of dignity. They cannot be made to continue paying the price for those so-called sins.
The Order is most fortunate to be graced with your decision.
Hey, buddy.
Ether!
You saw something, didn't you? Can you tell me what it was?
Yeah, they're doing something. I don't know what, though.
Yeah, you zoned out off for quite a while there.
I relate the scene I saw. Oh boy.
Well, people do say that twins have a special connection.
Yeah, it could be that.
It sounds as if they are attempting to make use of certain equipment to cleanse the curse. It could well be the device we saw earlier. And you say he mentioned the revival of the homeland, correct?
Yeah, he said it was his mission.
No surprise there. Stubborn as ever.
Yeah?
It appears as if the Abyss Order plans to use this location to cleanse the Hilly-Churls of their curse and restore them to the way they once were. Then, they will serve as the foundation for reviving the nation of Khaenri'ah.
But Dane said, you said that was impossible.
After all, there can be no nation without a people. It is the height of foolishness. They have no chance of success, not even a 1% chance. I told you already that no one knows this curse better than I, having lived with it for 500 years. There is no redemption. There is no undoing the curse.
Would it be undone if we killed the god that put it on you?
Trying to remove it by force will achieve nothing but to inflict further suffering.
I say with confidence I don't have, because I could barely even fight the Raiden Shogun. Like, she would have kicked my ass.
So make sure you are clear in your mind. You have to tell yourself, they are no longer human.
Okay, but they're living things and they're suffering, which is a problem.
If you cling to false hope and allow yourself to become too emotionally invested, the only way is down. You will end up just like them, mired in hypocrisy.
Yeah.
Save your strength for something worth saving.
Why should I believe you?
Oh? But of course, I am merely someone you hired for a task, while he is your brother.
Yeah, my brother who hasn't told me anything that's going on, so I kind of take issue.
It is only natural for you to side with him. But whatever decision
I don't want to kick him in the
cannot
shin.
deter me from mine. My chosen path is to stop the Abyss. If we have reached an impasse, then perhaps this is where we should say...
I believe you. Just means I don't approve of my brother's methods, which is true. I don't. A 1% chance of redemption versus a 99% chance of suffering and death. Nobody has the right to make that choice on another living being's behalf. Yeah, they don't. Especially not when these Hilly-Churls have already chosen the end that they desire.
It seems that the 3 questions I put to you on our first meeting were worthwhile. You have developed your own individual views on this world. Very well. Since you have volunteered your true thoughts on this matter, I shall not hide mine from you.
Thank you.
Right now, I have a more immediate agenda than stopping the Abyss.
Yeah?
That is to say, the Abyss's actions here directly dishonor the final wishes of Halfdan and my other compatriots. I cannot allow this to proceed.
Well, then let's stick together for this one.
The Abyss may
and the
appear
next
at any
one.
moment.
Please don't just run off
Be
again.
on your guard at all times as we proceed.
Okay. Okay. I was just gonna fast travel up, but it looks like we'll probably get something when we come out. What's gonna happen?
You can see the Upside Down City from here, too.
Well, yeah, it's in the middle of the room, Paimon.
Wait, watch out!
Oh, they activated something.
What's going on? Is that light coming from the room in the center? It's too bright!
They activated
The
it.
mutation is continuing. Has the Abyss made its move already?
Yep.
James,
Oh, shoot.
I see your incessant meddling continues, and that you have once again joined forces with our Highness's kin.
Yes.
Regrettably, I was not in time to control your exit from the network, and it sent you here of all places. This was a catastrophic error.
Yeah, sucks to be you, dude.
I am surprised that you dare to face me.
He did.
You ran like a coward last time.
Our Highness's will must be done. All interferences must be removed, whatever the price to pay. This time, the curse that torments our people must be undone, once and for all.
You are the only ones who torment them. There is nothing else left of those Hilly-Churls. Nothing besides the curse itself.
Say what you wish. I am going nowhere, Dainsleif.
I can see the viewpoint on both sides, but again, it's like it can't be
Then
undone
you will give your
yet.
life just to delay the inevitable. How absurd. But since you wish to persist, then so be it. You really think you can use that device beneath the pool to cleanse this curse?
Do not underestimate the weight of the abyss. That device can amplify the cleansing effects of the water not tenfold, but 100-fold.
Then I overestimated you. This plan is even cruder than I thought.
Hey, Frenda.
Let's play.
Yep, come down here. Thank
Time
you.
for takeoff. Go and flop.
Verdict is...
Here we go. Barbados, guide us. Think you can get away? Let's play.
Oh,
Time for retribution!
Time for takeoff. Yahoo!
geez, you're fast. Maybe hold still? Thanks. I can't hit you when you move so quickly. Get down. Thank you.
Let's play.
There we go.
Think you can get away? Brace yourself.
Verdict is...
Keep back. Go and fly. Let's play.
Oh. This is not an ideal.
Time for takeoff. I swear by my sword.
You've been hunting this Abyss Herald for ages! Now you finally got him!
Mwahaha.
There's no time to celebrate.
Nope, we gotta
the
go.
Abyss Order's device is activating, but there's still time to destroy it.
Yes.
Alright, let's go!
We're good at breaking stuff. Let's go. Let's go destroy it. All right. Okay. Interesting.
Brace yourself.
Okay. It's up at the top. We need to. Can we? I mean, there's vines inside. We can go just use the vines. That's probably ideal. Maybe, I don't know. Ah, I remember this way.
gliding be faster?
Oh, right. Straight across and over. All right. Oh, hi, friendo. Yep, another fight.
Look, the amplification device.
Uh-huh. Oh, boy. Oh. Oh. Oh, the guards, too.
Am I too late?
Oh, shoot.
They're in agony. This is no way for them to meet their end. Find a way to stop that thing.
Wait. It's Halfdan.
Halfdan, don't do it.
Oh. Oh no, don't show me the shots of him before. I don't want an emotional connection. Oh shoot. We need to turn it off. Oh.
I thought he would have been turned to ashes in an instant. Halfdan's soul is extraordinarily resilient.
Well, let's stand here and talk about it. Oh.
Encumber us no more.
Don't you have a greater encumbrance to worry about? Come on. This is your grand opportunity to get rid of me. Take him out and deactivate the device.
I love that you just call him out and you're like, oh yeah, come attack me, and then you're like, you take care of it. You could take care of it, Dane. Like, this could be a you thing. Hi, friend.
Here we go.
I don't think I've ever fought one of you. Oh, lightning.
Hear the truth. The gifts of grace.
Yeah? Oh, ouchies. Do not like the lightning. I mean, maybe you just don't share your gift of grace with me. Oh, yeah.
Think you can get away?
Hear the truth.
Okay, it doesn't say you're immune to lightning, which is nice. Oh, wait. That was rude.
Hear the truth.
Razor's got some good lightning resistance. So.
Of grace. Peace be with you.
Go and fly!
Hear the truth.
Oh. Charged up, huh? Don't like that.
Grace be upon you.
Let's play! Here we go!
Oh.
Go and fly!
Shall set you free.
Do not have any electro resistance. Oh well. Note to self, need to make some of those. 1, 2. Just get everyone to full real quick. Alright.
Grace be upon you. The power of revelation.
Let's play!
Peace and hope find you. Hear ye.
I'm used to that being Kaya.
Joy. The truth shall set you free. Grace be upon you. The power
Yahoo!
of revelation.
Oof.
and hope find you.
Here we go. Time for takeoff.
Joy.
Some swirl going on. Oof.
And hope find you.
Oof.
What do we do now? The Abyss Lecter's gone, but the device won't stop.
Follow those golden lines and turn off whatever's causing him.
Halfdan.
Let me take his place. Oh, yeah, no. Oh, it's true. It won't have any effect on me.
No! As long as the device is active, the cursed are rendered powerless. Only you can take on the Abyss. If you value his sacrifice, then do not waste any more time here. See all these rays of light?
Yes.
Portals. They must have installed several of these energy devices in various locations. Find them, quickly!
Okay. Like the wind.
We have to go through these Abyss portals?
Yes.
Hey, wait for Paimon!
I tried before and it didn't let me, but this time. Oh. You have to. No. Oh, that could have been so bad. As I like just nope out, I'm like, yeah, no, never mind. Bye, Dane. All right, touch. Oh, hello. Oh, hi guys.
You can get away.
This guy. Here we go.
Here we go.
Retribution!
Let's deal with you before you go back in your thing. Alright, you. This is when I want Kaya, but I don't have him, so you'll just have to deal with me like this. Which is fine. Some swirl going on. You're too high for me to hit, I'll just shoot you.
Yeah. Here we go. Ha, yeah. Yeah.
Alright, done?
Wouldn't gliding be faster?
I'm gonna break it.
Really
Like that.
Really suffering.
Okay, next one. One down.
Wind, hear me.
There you go. Get some HPs before we go. Alright. Who's up? Oh, you guys, hi. I stupidly forgot to switch to Kaya again. Oh well.
Think you can get away?
Where'd you go? Yeah, you're not getting back into your bubble.
Retribution!
Where's the other one? Oh, did he fall? Is he gonna respawn? Yep. Dang it! I hate that!
Time for takeoff. Brace yourselves. Wouldn't gliding be fast? I swear by my sword.
Alright, where are you? Get away from the edge.
Yahoo!
Quick, destroy the devices and put an end to this.
Yeah, it's really irritating. Like, I would think that if they fell off a cliff, they would just die. Right? Like, if I fall off a cliff, I just die. So I just assumed that when I knock my enemy off a cliff, they would die. But instead it's like, oh no, they'll just respawn at full health and you can do it again. It's like, if I can strategically knock them off a cliff, that would be fantastic.
Think you can get away? Let's play! Brace yourself. Time for takeoff. Let's play!
Alright. Just the one that's straight up now? Oh no, there's one over here. Una mas. Before we do that, hold on.
Barbados, guide us.
Oh, I'm looking.
There we go. I keep getting those fire ones. And of course, this is the one without fire.
Oh, so sorry. Freeze.
Here we go. Yeah.
Come on.
Think you can get away? Let's play.
That was the direction I wanted you to go. Oh, please don't fall off. Please do not. I don't want to fight you again. Thank you. Alright, where's this?
Here we go.
Alright.
Okay, it's gone dark all around now. Shall we head back to the room in the center?
My portals! Up this way. Cryo is best against Electro. It is so true. Superconduct is my favorite thing, except when it kills me. Alright. Oh, he's super dead.
So, that's it, right? The device is fully shut down now?
The burning sensation has indeed stopped.
So, we managed to stop the Abyss Order's plan?
Seems to have breathed his last.
Let me check.
Dane must be really upset. Of all the ways to be reunited with one of his former comrades after so long, this is rough.
Paimon, you're talking really loudly. He's right there.
Let's go.
Oh.
Huh?
Huh? Light.
Oh.
Apologies, Captain Dainsleif, Twilight Sword. Back then, I failed you and failed to protect our people.
No.
No. For 500 years, you have faithfully done your duty. To this day, I am proud of you all.
Oh, that's sweet.
Conria didn't fall, did it?
Oh, it totally did, my
Since
dude.
you're still here.
Correct.
Oh, look at you lying like a good friend.
So, No need to revive the homeland.
Oh,
That was Halfdan's soul.
it was.
More than one kind of strange power exists here. Souls are no strange sight under the circumstances. Still, if you intend to venture deeper in and continue your investigation, you ought to be careful.
Oh, dude, I went so deep into the chasm already. I don't have any intention of going back in. Oh.
You bet. We'll be super careful. Oh, but Dane,
I don't like that he coughed and that it, like, zoomed in on it. Why is he sick? Why are you sick, Dane?
Took a severe toll on me.
Oh.
It will take me some time to recover.
Okay.
Oh.
Do you want to go to Mondstadt and stay at
Actually, Paimon already knew that.
the tavern and I'll
You've
meet you
clearly
there?
been pushing through the pain this whole time. You've earned a good rest, Dane. Oh, you should take a vacation.
You should take a vacation.
Vacation? The very notion. This word has no business being in my vocabulary.
Dane, no.
There are more important things that demand my attention. The Loom of Fate operation is still underway.
It's true.
And I suspect that these amplification devices are connected to that plan.
Well, we'll talk when you've recovered.
Thank you for understanding.
Yep.
I only hope that next time we meet, you know whose side you're on.
I mean, whichever side is on the side of Rex Lapis. I like Zhongli. I'm with him.
He sure knows how to hold a grudge. Saving that snide remark right until the end. Well, shame that we didn't get to see your brother again. But at least we learned some useful info, huh?
I'm not looking forward to, like, having to fight him. Because I think our worldviews are very different right now.
As long as you keep pressing on with your journey, you guys will definitely meet again. And everything will be back to normal. Right?
Sure.
Paimon almost forgot. The real reason we came here was to investigate what was going on with the Hilichurls, wasn't it?
And now we know.
We've probably seen enough to report back to the miner now. But, how are we going to explain it to him?
This is just,
This is all way too complicated for regular people to understand.
I think you're underestimating regular people. We just have to dumb it down a little bit. We don't need all the details.
Forget about the commission when we're done here.
I don't forget Muns, Paimon. I am greedy. I love my Muns. Oh, man. Oh, well, that was good. I liked that a lot. Oh, God, that was heavy. Everything with the Abyss Order is so damn heavy. But I think it's supposed to be. Oh, so I'm gonna pop over here real quick. All right, we're probably gonna end the stream right about here. I'm gonna see if Lee is ready for me to go over and raid her stream. See if I can figure out how to do that. Oh, my feet. I like sitting like that on my regular chair, but my regular chair is in the garage because it doesn't fit in this room. Oh, I like to sit cross-legged. I don't like sitting like this. It's okay. All right, let's hit this here, and let's see if I can figure out how to do this. Oh, I have my iPad. Let's try it on the iPad. All right. So for this, I bet I can figure it out over here. Hold on. Yeah, when I have like my whole setup going and I know what I'm doing, it's super, super easy. Raid channel. Here we go. There's Lee. Start raid. Mwahaha. All right. So we're going to go raid Lee, but thank you so much for joining me today. I will be back here tomorrow. Probably doing more story events and more of the drum event. I'm super excited for that. Oh, yes, thank you. I need to go talk to him. I will do that right now. I will pop over and talk to him so I get my commission. I love that I was like, I won't forget that, and then I totally forget it. Thank you for having my back there. But yeah, thanks everyone for a great stream. Have a fantastic rest of your day. I'm gonna watch Lee for a little bit and then go look at apartments. But I hope to see you all again, hopefully tomorrow. If not, have a great rest of your week, and maybe I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.